Hi everyone, it's Adrienne Leah. This video is mainly about work and tarot. One of the things that I've been enjoying is this holder that sits on my nightstand. I thought it was canon because it's a pill bottle shape. I got this book stand that's helpful for what I'm eating. I filmed the tray that I received from Jane. One of the gifts is a notebook that I love the pattern of. Then there's two custom items. The first one is this jacket. Then there's this bag with another variation of the mortar and pestle. I've been using animal decks lately. They're one of the main types of decks that I use. So this is the Mystical Cats Tarot. I've had it for a couple years. So it's worn in. This is the main cat deck that I use. I love the backs of these. I also have the Animal Wise. This is the working one. I just changed the backs. This one I've also used for a couple years. I actually got them both when I was in New England. This is my main animal deck. Then I have other animal decks that are of specific animals aside from the Oracle deck that I use. I really love the Luna Lapin deck. I was happy that I was able to get it from a seller that was selling in Massachusetts, because they purchased a bulk order from the seller out of country, and it was worth it. I feel like it's great quality. So they have different textures in the front and back. So this would be the main rabbit deck that I use. I've tried getting other cat decks, but there was this one time I ordered a cat deck twice, and both of them never arrived. So I'm happy with this one. I hold on to this. And I love cats and rabbits. This deck is nice for more direct readings. Then the Oracle that I use frequently is the Spirit of the Animals Oracle. And if I have a tarot and oracle reading, this is one of the decks that I use as an oracle deck, because I gravitate towards tarot more than oracle. But I saw this on Lavender Moon's channel, and I was so taken back by it because of how much I enjoyed the size of the cards and the artwork. then I saw this in the store and picked it up. Even Bry likes to use this deck too. It's one where it's user friendly. The text is one that I feel connects with the animals well. I just pulled this one out. Then there's a deck that I actually got a hold of with the trade with Jane, and it's the Shapeshifters Tarot. This one I use in a specific way. But it's less detailed but more focused than the other decks that she has. And the shape shifting always interested me. So the two decks that I have left are ones that call to me more, or again, for one of them. The first one is the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot. I've had this one for a couple years, and I got it when I was in the area, and I was in New England, and I was near the only New Orleans voodoo shop in the Northeast in that area, which I thought was cool. There's two cardstocks for this one. I got this deck without the book with it. This is the cardstock that I prefer, but both of them are nice. It's more of a matte, thick cardstock, and I don't like my decks too thick, but this is nice for how it shuffles, and it held up well with the amount of times that I've used it, because this used to be one of the main client reading decks, and I'll be using it more for my client readings. So the the book that I enjoyed reading at the time when I had it was the Voodoo book by Dr. Snake. So I'm happy to bring this one back out. And this is the Two of Wands. A newer deck that I got this year is the Hoodoo Tarot. And I feel like the South brought me back here. Because I would go up north and then I felt like I was called to go back south again. So it's nice to be back. I like that it's not as south because of the weather, because I really love the northeastern weather, and this seems like it's a nice compromise because I still get a lot of cool weather. So this is the Hoodoo deck, and it has the states of the southern states, starting at Virginia and West Virginia. And then there's the states Florida to Texas. I would say that this deck is kind. And the book was definitely interesting to read too. I love that the bag that I made for this deck is one that is one that I was able to knit with because I received a knitting set from the interchangeable knitting set that I wanted from I got from my parents. So I was able to knit the thinner yarn. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was interesting, and I'll see you in another video.